tube of insufficient length is dipped into a liquid, what will happen to the liquid rising? Yes. If there is a capillary tube of insufficient length, even then we observe sometimes that the liquid doesn't come out. Why does this happen? How does this happen? Yes, anybody with the answer come up? You can raise your hand and tell me the answer. Yes, students, anybody with some idea? We have discussed this article mathematically also. After we derived ascent formula, then we derived this article also. The reason is the curvature, the liquid meniscus, that will increase. Okay, curvature of meniscus will increase itself if the capillary tube is of insufficient length. So the liquid won't come out. Okay, and we can still go on adding the liquid drop by drop. Yes, Gunjot, boliye. So I was telling you, if a capillary tube is of insufficient length, the liquid doesn't come out. Why does this happen? How does this happen? So the answer is that the curvature of meniscus increases. So because of this, it happens. All right? meniscus का जो curvature है वो अपने आप को increase कर लेता है, तो वो broad हो जाता है, flatten हो जाता है. Because of that, the liquid doesn't come out. This is the reason. Second question is, why do the asbestos roofs of houses get lifted in hurricanes? Who will tell me the answer? Similar question we have discussed. So who will tell me the answer? Why do the asbestos roof of houses get lifted in hurricanes? Asbestos is a material used for building roofs of houses. So why do they get lifted during hurricanes or during storms, during cyclones? So do you remember something?
Ma'am, Bernoulli.
Yes.
Ma'am, due to Bernoulli's theorem.
Very good. This is because of Bernoulli's theorem. Because inside the wind speed is low, so pressure is high. Outside the wind speed is very high during hurricane, so the pressure is low there. And because of very large pressure difference, the roof blows off from the region of high pressure to low pressure. That means it gets blown off. All right. Next question. देखते हैं कौन आंसर देता है इसका. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का. Okay. All black surfaces are not good radiators. Which law? All good surfaces are not good radiators. All black surfaces are not good radiators of heat. Comment on the statement. Which law is this? Who will tell me? Raise hand. Which law is this? Yes, Tushar.
Kirchhoff laws of radiation.
Yes, Kirchhoff's law of radiation. That states that perfect emitters of heat are also perfect radiators of heat. So the reverse is also true, that the bad absorbers of heat are also bad emitters or radiators of heat. So this is Kirchhoff's law of radiation. Very good. Next is pendulum clocks generally run slow in summers. Why? Pendulum clocks, they run slow in summers. Why? कौन एक्सप्लेन करेगा? आंसर आपको पहले ही बता दिया कि ड्यूरिंग समर्स द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ अ सिंपल पेंडुलम is given by t equal to 2 by root L by G. So what happens to these factors because of which time period becomes large or the clocks they run slow? They are running slow means they are taking a lot of time. Time has increased. Time period has increased. So which factor is changing out of these? Who will tell me? Raise hand now. Who will tell me this? Yes. Jitansh. Yes. आप बताइए.
Ma'am, length of the pendulum increases because of expansion or due to high temperature. So as the time increases, the frequency decreases, so pendulums run slow.
Yes, very good. So that's the right answer. Because during the summer expansion takes place, length increases, so time period also increases. It becomes more, that means the pendulum clock runs slower. Similar questions you will find what will happen to a pendulum clock when it is taken to an artificial satellite? Who will tell me? In the artificial satellites, you can take G0, put G0 here, time period will become infinite. Infinite means the pendulum is taking infinite time to come back, means it will never come back. So that means the pendulum clock stops running. It stops oscillating, pendulum stops oscillating when it is taken to an artificial satellite or in space or during free fall also. So wherever at those places you have G equal to 0, there pendulum will not oscillate. Another question is, what will happen to the time shown by pendulum clock when it is taken to Kanchenjunga peak of Himalayas? That is just the name I am mentioning. So in the hilly areas, what will happen? G will decrease. You know, G decreases with height. So at the Kanchenjunga peak of Himalayas, G will decrease, time period will increase, it will run slow. So when that means we take a pendulum clock to hills, to hilly areas, then also they run slow. So these types of so many questions you will find. What happens to the time shown by a pendulum clock when it is taken to moon? Who will answer? When it is taken to moon, what will happen? Will it run faster or slower? Will it run faster or slower?
Ma'am, slower.
Slower again. How many times? In this case, you can also tell the factor by which it will run slow. Because on moon, G is G by 6. So time period is √6 times. It will increase under √6 times. So in this case, you can also tell the value. It will increase under √6 times. Fine. Okay, let us discuss the next question.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
मैम पेंडुलम स्टॉप्स ऑसिलेटिंग वाला केस डिस्कस कर दो.
I told you wherever G is 0, their time period will be infinite according to this formula. Infinite time means the pendulum bob takes infinite time to come back, means it never comes back, means it will not oscillate. Suppose you are carrying a pendulum, simple pendulum in a lift. Suppose cable of the lift is cut freely and it falls freely under gravity. You can say G is 0 then, right? If cable is cut, of the lift is cut, it is in the state of weightlessness, and there also you will notice while free fall, आप notice करोगे कि pendulum oscillate नहीं कर रहा होगा उस time. This is a practical example that you can try. So same way in artificial
Okay,
satellite
ma'am.
or in space also, wherever G is 0, wherever there is a state of weightlessness, the pendulum will not oscillate and pendulum clocks, they will not work. Right? Next, write down. In summer, when the valve of a bicycle tube is removed, the escaping air appears cold. Why? अगर हम valve खोलें एक bicycle tube का, तो उसमें से जो air बाहर आ रही होती है वो हमें cold लगती है. What is the reason? Because you know the tube is insulated. जो साइकिल की ट्यूब होती है उसके अराउंड रबर होती है, वो इंसुलेटेड होती है, means adiabatic process is going on. Okay, and when the air is coming out, this is adiabatic expansion, and during adiabatic expansion, you know, no exchange of heat is allowed, but the air, the gas cools during expansion. So that's why we feel the air to be cold when it is coming out of the valve. So this is because of adiabatic expansion going on. Why adiabatic? The reason is clear. Tube is insulated. So the process is definitely going to be adiabatic. Next, write down question. 3 stars A, B and C. 3 stars A, B, C appear as green, red and blue respectively. 3 stars A, B, C appear green, red and blue respectively. Which star has minimum temperature? Who will tell me? Which star has minimum temperature? बताइए. कौन सा लॉ यूज हो रहा है और किसका मिनिमम टेम्परेचर होगा? हु विल टेल मी नाउ? यस, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर नाउ. Wavelength of red color is longest, of blue is shortest out of these. Okay. So answer would be out of B or C only, where there are extreme wavelengths. So which law will relate the wavelength to temperature? Yes. Come up with the answer. Which law relates wavelength to temperature? Yes, Tushar.
Wien's displacement law.
Wien's law of displacement. Yes, very good. Wien's law of displacement states that maximum wavelength of radiation emitted by a black body is inversely proportional to temperature. Okay. So temperature is inversely proportional to wavelength. So the star that is having longest wavelength of red color will have minimum temperature. So our answer in this case is B star. So star B has minimum temperature because it is having longest wavelength because of red color. And the law used is Wien's displacement law. Next is it possible to heat a body without providing heat energy? Is it possible to heat a body without providing heat energy? हो सकता है क्या? बताइए. Yes, anyone? Is it possible to heat any object? Means is it possible to raise the temperature of any object without heating the object? हम उसको हीट सप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हैं और उसका टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हो रहा है या चेंज हो रहा है, कैसे हो सकता है? By carrying out adiabatic compression, for example. Suppose the container is insulated from all the sides, okay, and we compress the gas adiabatically. What will happen? Temperature of the gas will raise. And we can also take up this example. Then volume is decreasing, volume of the gas is decreasing. The work done against that change, that may also be used up in production of heat. This case may be heat produced. Okay, so you have to think about these things. Now you are aware of what is adiabatic process, what is isothermal process. But now you have to apply your mind according to the situation given in the question. Right? Next is put a piece of chalk in water. Put a piece of chalk in water. The chalk will emit bubbles in all the directions. Why? आप देखते हो कि चौक जो है वो जब वाटर में डालते हो तो उसमें से बबल्स आते हैं, वाटर में बबल्स आ जाते हैं. व्हाट इज द रीजन? Yes, who can tell? This is very basic question, general question. Related to properties of matter also you can say. Yes, who can tell the answer? Put a piece of chalk in water, you will see the water bubbles coming out of chalk. Why? Yes, anyone? See, chalk is porous. It has some spaces, air spaces. So when we put the chalk in water, water will get inside the pores and air in the place will come out. Air has to come out because water has filled the pores. तो जब वाटर पोर्स को फिल कर देगा जिसमें पहले एयर थी तो एयर को बाहर आना पड़ेगा. So we can feel the air bubble in water. Right. Next is what is the specific heat of a gas? Note down, very interesting question. What is the specific heat of a gas in an isothermal process? First condition is process is isothermal. Second is it is an adiabatic process. So what is the specific heat of gas in these two processes? Yes, who can tell me? Formula of amount of heat, you know, mc delta T. So C is Q upon m delta T. So something we can talk about, we can speak about these factors on which the specific heat is depending. According to that, we can answer. Yes, first of all, for isothermal process, do you find any change in any of these factors? किसी फैक्टर में चेंज लग रहा है आपको आइसोथर्मल
मैम
प्रोसेस?
टेम्परेचर इज कांस्टेंट.
Yes, so delta T is 0. So how about this C? If delta T is 0, specific heat of the gas will be infinite. So note down, molar specific heat of a gas in an isothermal process becomes infinite. Yes, Manvia, you can tell me the second answer. During adiabatic process. Manvia.
Ma'am, it will be 0
Yes, very good.
for adiabatic.
Yes, for adiabatic process, why C will be 0, molar specific heat will be 0? Because Q is 0. Heat exchange is not allowed in an adiabatic process. So put Q equal to 0 here, C will be 0. So remember, this is very interesting question based on isothermal and adiabatic processes, that in isothermal process, specific heat, molar specific heat of a gas turns infinite, and in adiabatic process it becomes 0. All right, let us proceed towards the next question. Next is, which process is this you have to identify. I am writing one mathematical equation. You have to identify the type of process. Which thermodynamic process it is. Which thermodynamic process? Yes, anybody? If you have ever opened the books, you will know this. Because we have done some different form of this process. This is an adiabatic process. I told you PV gamma is a constant. Let us see how this is also equivalent to PV raised to power gamma. PV raised to power gamma is a constant. Use the gas equation. PV is equal to RT. Put P is equal to RT upon V here. Put P equal to, because you see it is independent of pressure. इसमें pressure नहीं है, so we are eliminating pressure. So put P is equal to RT by V. So R is a constant, take it on the other side, it also becomes a constant. We are left with T. V raised to power gamma over V is V raised to power gamma minus 1. Okay, इसको आप K over R ले लो, that is another constant K. So TV raised to power gamma minus 1, that is also adiabatic process. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि PV raised to power gamma is constant is the equation of adiabatic process. We may have some other forms also. One more form is there. P raised to power 1 minus gamma. P raised to power gamma is a constant. Note down. This is also adiabatic process. This is also the equation of an adiabatic process. So note down 3 equations we can have for adiabatic process. This and this. Note it down. This is for your information. Very important. You should identify which process is this. Same way you can prove this also. Eliminate V. Put V equal to RT by P in this equation. You will get that. Fine. Okay. Let us do one more question. Yes, any doubt students up to here? इन क्वेश्चंस में कोई डाउट है तो पूछ सकते हो आप. Okay, so how many of you know how to prove this PV gamma is a constant? How to derive PV raised to power gamma is a constant? If you have any doubt, we can do revision just now. हाँ जी बताइए, किसको डाउट है इसमें? करें रिवाइज इसको. लेट अस रिवाइज सम थ्योरी नाउ. ओके, सम डेरिवेशंस नाउ. तो पहले इसी को डिराइव कर लेते हैं. All right. So for adiabatic process, delta Q is 0 or du is 0 because no heat transfer takes place according to definition of adiabatic process. According to first law of thermodynamics, according to the first law of thermodynamics, what will happen? dq is equal to du plus dw. dq is du plus dw. Put dq equal to 0. And what is du? What is du equal to? That is cv dt. And work done is p dv. If there is any doubt how I have written du equal to cv dt, dw is p dv, you can ask me. When we derive Mayer's formula as an application of first law of thermodynamics, then we clearly prove that change in internal energy is directly related to change in temperature, and also the whole of the heat that we supply at constant volume, that is used up in changing internal energy of the gas. So that's why I have written CV here, not CP, because CP is more than CV. CP is more than CV. So that's why what happens, more amount of heat is required, more than this. But at constant volume, whole of the heat is used up in changing internal energy. So better du can be written as CVD. And work done, you know, that is PdV, right? So this is equation number 1. Now using gas equation for 1 mole of the gas, taking n equal to 1, differentiate both sides. PdV plus VdP, R is a constant, gas constant, is equal to RdV. So from here, dt can be written as PdV plus VdP upon R. Put this value of dt here. CV PdV plus VdP upon R plus PdV equal to 0. We have substituted dt here. Rest everything remains the same. Open the bracket, take the LCM. CV PdV plus CV VdP plus R PdV equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Fine. Now see, there are two terms containing PdV. So take common CV plus R PdV plus CV VdP equal to 0. Tell me if any step is not clear to you. Yes, see that. Is that clear?
मैम ये राइट साइड में RT को कैसे डिफरेंशिएट किया है?
हाँ, इसको हमने सिंपली डिफरेंशिएट किया. फर्स्ट फंक्शन P, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ सेकंड फंक्शन dV, प्लस सेकंड फंक्शन V, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ फर्स्ट फंक्शन dP. R इज अ कांस्टेंट, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ T इज dt. इसको हमने सिंपली, कोई भी चीज कांस्टेंट नहीं रखी है, इसको डिफरेंशिएट किया. फाइन.
तो मैम जैसे R कांस्टेंट है तो डेरिवेटिव ऑफ कांस्टेंट 0 नहीं आ जाएगा?
वो तब होता अगर R अकेला होता. इसके साथ T भी है तो ये 0 नहीं होगा. ठीक है.
ओके मैम, ओके.
अब सपोज कर लो d by dx of 3x, that is 3, but d by dx of 3, that is 0. अगर कांस्टेंट अकेला होता है तो उसका डेरिवेटिव 0 होता है, अदरवाइज नहीं. ठीक है.
ओके मैम,
R dt. Okay, so all the steps are clear to you यहाँ तक? Okay, so CV plus R, according to Mayer's formula, CV plus R is CP. CP P dV equal to minus CV V dP. Equal to करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसे रहने दो. Equal to 0. Now to simplify further, let us divide by CV PV. So you have to remember this step. To come at the desired result, यहाँ पे हम CV PV से divide करते हैं. So P gets cancelled, PV gets cancelled, V gets cancelled. CP by CE is gamma dv by dv, dv by v plus dp by p equal to 0. Okay, integrating both sides, गामा बाहर आ जाएगा, 1 by v dv is log v, 1 by p dp is log p, एंड डेरिवेटिव ऑफ 0 आप कांस्टेंट मान लो इसको कोई ना, गामा log v दैट इज log v रेज्ड बार गामा. आप लोगों ने कहा था हमने log नहीं किया हुआ, सो आई टोल्ड यू दिस फॉर्मूला दैट n log x is log x raised par n. When we take log तो वो n आगे आ जाता है, तो n आगे है तो ये इसकी पावर हो जाएगी प्लस log p equal to constant. Then I told you this formula also that log a plus log b is log ab. ठीक है, तो आप इसको लिख सकते हो log p v raised par gamma is k. Which formula I have used here? Log a plus log b is log ab. Okay, अब ये मैथ्स में आपको रिजल्ट पता होगा. When we have log this side, तो हम इसको लिखते हैं pv raised par gamma is e raised par k. एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन आ जाता है यहाँ, या फिर आप सिंपली कह सकते हो e raised par constant is also constant. तो आप e मत लिखो, डायरेक्टली कांस्टेंट लिख दो, is a constant. So we get this equation pv raised par gamma is a constant. So this is the proof of equation of an adiabatic process. pv raised par gamma is a constant. देख लीजिए सारी डेरिवेशन आपके सामने है. तो ये आई थिंक उस दिन अटेंडेंस बहुत कम थी, so many people missed this lecture. So you have any doubt you can tell me. Fine. Further, if we want to derive, for example, other form that I told, 2 more forms of a adiabatic process today, you can further continue by putting PV is equal to RT. पहले आपको यहाँ तक तो आना ही पड़ेगा, उसके बाद आगे फर्दर आप प्रूव कर सकते हो whatever is required. So this is the equation of an adiabatic process. On the same day, we also derived the equation of an isothermal process. वो भी मैं आपको करवा देती हूँ. That is just 2 steps are there. Equation of an isothermal process. Equation of an isothermal process. Let us find that out. For an isothermal process, temperature is constant. If we take 1 mole of the gas, PV is equal to RT. So R is also constant, temperature is also constant here. PV is a constant. This is the equation of an isothermal process. So this is very, very simple. Equation of isothermal process, just 2 steps are there. Okay, so how we can represent mathematically an isothermal process? By this equation, PV is a constant. We also derived work done during isothermal process that day. तो वो derivation भी मैं आपको करवा देती हूँ. Work done during an isothermal process. मैंने work done during an isothermal process. Work done during an isothermal process. So in this case, PV is equal to RT. So you know dW is PdV. So how can we write work done? By integrating both sides. Total work done is PdV within the limits V1 to V2. So put P equal to RT by V. Put P equal to RT by V here. RT constant है, इसको बाहर ले लो. isothermal process है ना, temperature constant है, that's why we have taken it out of the integral 1 by v dv. Now what is 1 by v dv? That is log v within the limits v1 to v2, upper limit minus lower limit log v2 minus log v1. Now what is log a minus log b? That is log a over b. जैसे log a plus log b था log a b, वैसे ही log a minus log b है log a divided by b. But this is natural log. हमारे पास जो log table book है वो है log to the base 10. So to convert natural log into log to the base 10, we have to multiply with 2.303. So multiply with 2.303, it becomes 2.303 RT log to the base 10 V2 over V. Log to the base 10 V2 upon V1. So this is the expression for work done during an isothermal process. Have a look at the whole derivation. This is work done during an isothermal process. So in numerical problem, you can directly use this formula. Numerical में directly use कर सकते हो अब आप ये formula. और ये log to the base 10 ही है. ठीक है? So tomorrow we will continue with work done during an adiabatic process. Adiabatic curve is steeper than isothermal curve. और बाकी derivations करेंगे हम. ठीक है? तो अब आप डाउट पूछ सकते हो.